All right, and we are underway, and it looks like both of them have found the cave at the beginning where it is a take-any road. Very interesting to start things off.
Yeah, this has the potential to be something very, very good. However, it looks like the caves aren't cooperating. But speaking of cooperating caves, Rick found a very cooperative cave there right next to start.
Yes, he's found the wooden sword right off the bat. However, Vicnin took a different path. He's on the far northeastern corner of Hyrule. He's going to explore that first, but hopefully he does find that cave, because that is a huge find early in a randomizer race.
Oh, absolutely. Finding the sword that early, especially considering the path that Vicnin just took, that's going to put Rick at a huge advantage early.
And speaking of advantages, we found an early level right across that little creek here.
Yeah, this probably is one of the 3 spots in Hyrule that can be on the river hint. So if you ever get one of those hints that says something is on the river, this is one of those 3 spots. The other 2 being, well, we'll address those when we get to it. But, oh, look at this level that he found too. That's huge.
It's level 1. Yep, he picked up the map right away, so we know it's level 1. And Vicnin's found a level himself.
Level that Vicnin is in is looking like he's in level 6 right now.
And where is Rick right now, please?
Alright, we've got another level here over on Vicnin's side. I do like the color scheme on this level. This feels like level 4 off the top of my head, just based on what we're seeing here, and pretty much looks like it's going to be 4 confirmed with this starting map layout.
Yep.
Woodsword was in fact a candle shop northwest of Start. 6 was letter cave, and 4 is screen. Okay.
All right, we're back up to speed, but it looks like Rick can't do anything else in level 1. He does have the full complement of 8 bombs, but it appeared he was key blocked.
Yes, did in fact look like that, and there's what I was talking about already coming into play.
Yep, and we see what the message for the door repair charge penalty is. It's one of my favorite phrases. Sorry about that whammy. The good old press your luck reference.
Yeah, now Rick here is opting to save and use the retry thing. When I say the retry thing, of course, he is going to save and then use the retry option to conserve bombs if he doesn't like what he's bombing outside of Start. And so far he found a door repair and under any road, so he's going to retry twice to save his bombs.
That's a very good strategy indeed. He keeps his rupees as well. Vicnin found a bomb shop, and we see that bombs are the standard price, 20 rupees for a set of 4. Vicnin's heading... Go ahead.
I was going to say, Rick is now using the any roads, and there's another level in the northeast. That's the 3rd one up in the northeast section Vicnin's found. This one being, of course, at vanilla level 5.
Ooh, and it's a very interesting situation. We've got a Wizrobe-laden dungeon. Whenever there's Wizrobes, there's pancakes. This is vanilla level 5. Is this level 5 potentially?
No, it doesn't look like it because the mini-map is too close to the middle.
Very interesting. I was just told that phrase actually comes from Anchorman, and I've never seen Anchorman, so I wouldn't have guessed that. I always think of press your luck with whammies, but that's another story.
I'm with you on that one. I was going press your luck as well, but Rick, it seems, has found level 6 as well. And this one's going to be a little bit easier for him to explore than the Wizrobe dungeon we just saw for Vicnin because we've got the Gorilla set.
Being told it's level 3, that level 5 vanilla. Could be 7, though. But I think it might be 3. We've got it as 3 marked on the map.
Vicnin was going up towards the vanilla white sword cave and got bopped.
And he has found the wooden sword now, so now he's got the attack weapon that he'll need to explore Hyrule.
Yeah, and big smile on his face, too, in the video capture that we've got when he walked into that cave. So Rick over in 6 opting to take the staircase, which is interesting because it seemed like he had a path going up that he could have taken.
And that is a very interesting move indeed. I totally agree. Yeah, he's taking the staircase, but... So the medium secret for this seed's worth 35 rupees. That's quite good money. And look what we find here on Rick's side.
That is a huge early find for Rick. 2 reasons that's going to be a big find. 1, it's obviously going to increase his defense. 2, and probably more importantly now, is Rick no longer has to save up his rupees for the blue ring, so he is free to use them on arrows, bait, buying bombs if he needs them. So that is a gigantic early find for Rick.
Yep, reducing his damage down to 1/4. I totally agree. Defense is everything, especially on level 9. We've seen a couple players try to go into level 9 with no ring at all, and the results have not been the greatest.
Now, Vicnin's going to have a slight advantage here over Rick earlier, because when Rick walked into level 1, he didn't have a key to play with. Vicnin does, so he can explore level 1 a whole lot more than Rick could, and that's potentially has the chance to give him an advantage because, of course, there are 2 items in level 1.
That is correct, TG. One of them is going to be on the ground, which could be the heart container, or that very well might be just the heart container of the stage. But one of them is going to be on the ground. It might be on the ground by itself like that. It might be consumed within an enemy, or you might have to full clear an entire room to get the item that lurks in the room. The other item they're going to be looking for will be contained in the diamond-shaped staircase.
And Rick... Wow, that level 6 has the potential to be a 3-room level 6 because the 4-headed Gleeok in that second room guarding the Triforce, and then the Wall Master's right to the right of it guarding the red ring. That's an extremely easy level 6 to start the morning off.
Absolutely, TGE. That's one of the fastest level 6 you'll ever see. And speaking of Triforce pickups, Vicnin got his Triforce in level 1, so he's going to go back into level 1 in hopes of finding the 2 items now.
Yep. Now, I do want to point out that that wooden sword Gleeok kill, because it was a 4-headed Gleeok, that's going to be a 28-hit Gleeok kill. The first head's going to require 10 hits. The other 3 are going to require 6 apiece.
That is amazing. So, given that he had wooden sword, 28 hits, and he made it, wow, that is a terrific fight.
Now Rick heading back into 1, which I 100% agree with considering he got the key out of 6. However, the one big thing, of course, is we know that had Rick stayed up in the northeastern section, he would have found a couple more levels.
Now, we have the clue that Dodongo dwells along the coast, so we now know the general vicinity of where level 2 is going to be.
Ooh, look at that.
Huge find there. So one of the items in level 1 is the all-important ladder. My goodness.
Yeah, finding an early ladder is gigantic because if your path takes you to the coast, then you can pretty much be guaranteed to pick up. You are guaranteed to pick up the coast ladder item, unless of course it's something like the book, which you're just gonna be like, I wasted a trip for nothing.
Yeah, that's true. We'll see if the book is that coastal item and if it's going to influence them on whether or not they do the famous world wrap. Vicnin has found the diamond staircase, so we're about to figure out what that second item is going to be. Vicnin trying to do the ladder clip with the block clip rather with that staircase. And look! Oh, that is amazing. Level 1 containing a treasure trove of items.
Well, you can forget what I was talking about when it came to conserving keys from the pregame, because that just made that a moot point.
So already we have found the red ring, the magical key, and the ladder. Boy, so all they need to do is find the bow and the silver arrows, and they could potentially be set unless we have some tricky little blocks, like, say, the recorder block. Vicnin finding a small secret behind vanilla level 3, and it's worth a good amount. 18 rupees. That's well above the 10 you'd normally find in vanilla Zelda.
And I 100% agree with what Rick is doing here, opting to go right back to the, or going to go right over to the coast to check along here, see if he can find level 2, and also potentially acquire the coast item. And we found another level here at the potion shop.
Yeah, this is not level 2 because that's a ladder block location.
Yeah, definitely not. This could be 7.
What if it is 7? Look at the cabbage we've got here. Gomas.
Yeah, well, so far, Goma not wanting to cooperate here with Rick, so it's going to be... and I definitely agree with Rick's option here, so you could potentially bomb some stuff here, or you can just, get out of dodge and find more bombs and just move on.
Yep, so Rick's going to give it another go here. And it's looking indeed like level 7. We've got that marked on the map. But he's going to opt not to explore any more of level 7 for now, considering that Goma block.
Now, the one big thing of note is we found sword, we found bombs, but neither runner has a candle yet.
Yep. Now, this might be level 2 that Rick has just discovered right here.
Oh, wow. Oh, my. The Armos item is the bow, so I have to point out right now that Amazing Amfrost in chat did call the bow and silver arrows as Armos and ladder items, respectively. He is halfway there. Now, if the silver arrows are on the coast, then we got easy mode seed.
Yeah, this could be one of those sub-hour seeds if, indeed, the silver arrows are behind that coastal ladder area. My goodness gracious.
The same thing could be said if they're hiding here in level 2.
Yes, indeed. When we've seen some silver arrows in level 2 before, so hey, it could happen. Vicnin opting to up an A to avoid paying the whammy penalty. Hey, there's a Dodongo in the Dodongo room!
That's a nice compass there for Rick, so now he knows exactly where he's going to have to go. So all he has to explore for now is the item, and he can save that Triforce Room for last.
Yep, so what Rick is going to be looking for here in level 2, there are no staircases in level 2. That's the only dungeon in Vanilla Zelda Quest 1 that doesn't have a staircase. What he's going to be looking for is an item on the ground. And again, it could be on the ground by itself, or he may need to full clear the room to get that item.
Yep, and just to note, level 2 has 2 of those little grid-shaped rooms that Rick was just in, and Rick full cleared that first one and didn't get anything from it, so he now knows the other one of those grid rooms he comes across is going to, in fact, have a drop in it.
However, these blue Darknuts and Gibdos are giving Rick all sorts of fits.
It doesn't help that the bubbles don't want to cooperate with their patterns either.
Nobody likes bobbles. Does get some bombs there, so he may try and bomb his way through this. Oh, nicely played, but he just gets the map.
the other good thing about finding an early magical key is the fact that all of these room drops that have keys just lying out in the open are no longer required to go up and grab them because you have the magic key. You can just avoid them, so that actually can save some potential time as well.
Absolutely, and Rick found a heart container. He's got 5 hearts, meaning he has a 67% chance of picking up the white sword if he finds it.
And Vicnin looks like he has found level 8.
So he'll be looking for 2 items, both behind staircases. This could be one of them. Is it? It is, and it's the recorder. Well, looks like we found the item in level 2, and it's the normal level 2 item, the inferior model, and Rick says,
Good boy, Rick. I approve of that nope.
Rick has just completed level 2, picking up the Triforce. That's his 3rd one, so he will now move on to another dungeon. So TGE, the dongo's in the desert room, and the inferior model is the item in level 2. That can only mean one thing. Fred! Oh my goodness! The coastal item! Double A called it! The silver arrows!
You gotta be kidding me right now! You gotta be absolutely kidding me right now! This seed!
Unbelievable! Holy smokes! Can you believe this? Double A buy a lottery ticket.
And remember to hook us up with some of it, because we were here to help you with it.
Indeed. Now, meanwhile, we see the price of a bomb upgrade is a nice 111 rupees, so obviously doesn't have enough rupees to purchase it. Now, bomb upgrade in the randomizer can give you anywhere between 2 and 6 additional bombs.
And of course, you are always looking for more bombs for less price.
That is true, because the standard price is 100 rupees, and the range is anywhere between 75 and 125 rupees. So it is on the high side.
I think Rick forgot he had... Oh, no, Rick hasn't found a bow yet. That's right. I'm like, but Rick only found the arrows. He hasn't found the bow. So I'm like, why is he stabbing the bunnies? But that's why he's stabbing the bunnies.
Yep, and unfortunately, that's going to mean 10 hits for each Pole's voice he's going to have to kill, because, yeah, he'll be happy to discover where that bow is. It is the Armo statue item, but yeah, not having it right now is going to burn him a little bit of time. We have found the second item in level 8. It is the Power Bracelet.
So this is actually really good, considering we've had a lot of the required items fairly early. The only item left that is quote-unquote required is going to be the raft. And when I say by required is it can't be in level 9 because it has the potential to be a block to get to a dungeon. So the items you see on the bottom overlay there, the bow, the ladder, the raft, the recorder, and the power bracelet, none of those can be in level 9. Having found 4 or 5 of them already, that's a really, really big deal.
Absolutely, TGE, and we will see if any of those required items are going to come into play later on. Rick finding a hint cave, opting not to purchase the hints.
Yeah, AA has a point there in chat. Rick was opting to kill the bunnies in those horizontal river rooms. Now, when it comes to any of the horizontal river rooms throughout the game, if there's going to be a drop in that room, it's going to be laying out there. So you will never have to fully clear a horizontal river room.
And Rick is just about to discover the good news here. He's got the bow.
So yeah, and the other big thing about this seed being a nice and easy seed as of right now is we found quite a few dungeons, We've only found one Wizrobe dungeon. There's been a lot of Gorillas hanging around, so that, again, has the potential to make things a lot easier.
Not that I don't think these racers will complain about that, because, yeah, no one likes to see Wizrobe Pancake dungeons. And if there's only one of them outside of level 9, that is a good thing. Rick is heading for Vanilla level 2. Let's see what's behind there. It's going to be a shop, and Blue Ring's expensive, 251 rupees. And there's the candle purchase. At long last, somebody's got a candle. Rick's got it.
Yep, and absolutely, getting that early red ring, and I mean, buying a candle is going to be a priority anyway, because you need it to access about half the caves that are in Hyrule. So it is interesting that it took until about 20 minutes in to finally get a candle, though.
And he finds another candle shop. Go figure. Now, speaking of which, neither of these players have found a free cave yet.
No, it tells me they might all be hiding up in Death Mountain. Vicnin, however, did find the item, or one of the two things he was potentially looking for in level 8, because he's got both items. Now he just has to get the Triforce because he found the compass. And
he just got sniped by the fireballs before he could pick up the Triforce. Ouch. Well, speaking of free caves, there's a free cave for Rick. He'll pick up the heart container, giving him 6, guaranteeing himself the white sword if he can find it.
Yep. And the one good thing for Vicnin here is it's literally just a straight shot up to get back to the Triforce.
Yeah, so it's not the end of the world that he died there. He can just make a straight path back to the north. And this time, he just got bodied by that dig dogger, though. This time, Vicnin is successful in picking up the Triforce, so that's his second one.
And Rick there just utilized the rupees that he had to pick up some bait, which I 100% agree with, considering he's got arrows, he has candle, so now he is not going to be bait blocked if that is a thing. And Vicnin is going back into level 8. I think he forgot that he had he got the second item.
Yeah, he's got both items. Yeah, that is going to be huge, because this is going to cost him some time. Yes, he has both items in level 8, which again were the recorder and the power bracelet.
The only thing I can think of is he's going back in to try and get the heart container.
That could be, but at this stage of the game, you've been in level 8 so long, and you don't know what's happening with your opponent. You should just make out of dodge and try to get the hearts elsewhere. Ooh, level 9 has been found by Rick.
I think it's the second seed in a row that I've seen that level 9 has been that, we like to refer to as the one of the Elsa color palettes, but I have been informed recently that it was supposed to be mimicking a sky theme.
And we get the no soup for you door repair penalty, and that's going to take Rick down to 4 rupees. And another door repair charge will wipe him out of the rest of his rupees.
And the only thing at this point Rick needs rupees for, though, is to fire his arrows, which, because silver arrows are going to deal 4 hit points worth of damage, it is the most damaging weapon that he has access to.
Absolutely. Finds another heart container that'll give him 7. You would need another 3 heart containers for a shot at the magical sword, but we still don't know where White Sword is. Rick gonna get some rupees here. It's a small secret worth 18.
And that Dig Dogger apparently does not like Vicnin.
And Vicnin has decided to wave the white flag and not go any further into level 8, knowing how much time he spent there. Good moves. He's going to cut his losses and just move on.
Right, it's still interesting, though, because he doesn't have marked on his mini-map that he got the second item, which, again, we know he did.
That is correct. And another bonus cave find for Rick. That's his third one. He now has 8 hearts.
Vic now finding level 7, and he actually did purchase wood arrows, and Goma guarding the map there.
Very interesting. Oh, this is not going to be the funnest of level 7s, given that there's going to be so many Gomas to destroy here.
But because he does have arrows, it's going to be at least, feasible to do it.
That is true. Yep, and again, it's not the Wizrobe set, it's the Dark Nut Gibdo set, so not the worst set in the world for a level 7, but level 7, as I like to call, 33 rooms of pure nightmare.
Yeah, and Rick now has wandered across level 4.
We have a troll handle here in this double river room with some free bombs in the middle. He's going to try and conserve those bombs if he can, but nope. Manhandler wanted none of it.
When does Manhandler want anything, though?
Yeah, exactly, TGE.
I gotta give Rick a little credit there. Knowing he was in the diagonal blocks room there, opted to go in and looking around. Doesn't use the candle the second time, just uses the in the dark swag block clip. No big deal.
Yeah, Rick's in level 4. He has found the Triforce piece, but he's going to go ahead and pick it up.
Now, this is interesting because he has the potential of going back in and searching for the item or not. Now, we know it's not going to be anything, on the realm of crazy. The only thing he could find in here that would be potentially worth going back in for could be, in theory, the raft, potentially.
Yeah, that is true. The raft potentially could be
Or the wand.
Yeah, the wand is a great item to have, considering he still only has wooden sword. He's not found the white sword cave. But the only level we have not found yet is level 5.
And we knew what this was here. We've got Wizrobes, and Rick, realizing where he is, knowing there's not going to be anything of circumstance in that double block room with the blue Wizrobe, just says, "Nope, I'm out of here."
Now, the only problem Rick's going to have here in this Wizrobe-laden dungeon is he has just wooden sword, and those arrows are not going to do anything. They're immune to them.
The one good thing he does have is Red Ring.
Exactly, and some bombs, because bombs are also very effective against those blue Wizrobes. So yes, having Red Ring really going to help him here.
Yeah, blue Wizrobes, of course, have 9 hit points, so it's going to be 9 stabbies.
Nice fight, though, so he's going to move on to the next room. It's the desert room, and he's going to find even more Wizrobes.
Thankfully, he doesn't necessarily have to kill this room. He's going to for the drop, of course, but he doesn't have to kill it to progress forward right now.
That is true. He is looking for a corridor staircase here in level 3.
And Rick bombing the fires and getting himself, again, another set of bombs, so that's nice.
Down to half a heart, though, so he's got to be careful here. And we see some more bombs here in the normal Triforce room.
Nice blue Goma kill there by Vicnin. utilizing his wooden arrows to take care of that.
Oh, and Rick caught those Wizrobes sleeping. He's able to snipe away the Triforce. Still here. Ooh, Rick has found a huge secret worth 86 rupees, so a little bit less than the 100 you'd normally find, but still good money, and given the amount of the medium and small secrets, it's pretty much a wash, so good find there for Rick. And the rich get richer, another large secret for Rick. So money definitely not going to be an issue for Rick. He's got 174 rupees. He could buy a potion if he wanted to. That's pretty much about the only thing he could want to buy at this point.
Vicnin putting his arrows to good use here throughout level 7, and I definitely agree with that because he does have a surplus of rupees. Now, of course, we know when he goes back into 6, he has the potential to find the red ring. So, unabashed rupee use, I'm okay with.
Speaking of potions, Rick has found the letter, so now if he shows the letter to any of the potion shops, he can buy a potion at this point. But knowing Rick's skill level, I know he's not going to show that letter until much later. Rick opting to play the money-making game and lost 16 rupees. Interesting move there. I guess Rick wanted to have a little bit of fun with his rupees. Is he going to play again now? No. He's learned his lesson.
I mean, trying once is fine, considering he doesn't have a whole lot of rupees left to, or he needs to purchase things with, so I can understand playing it once.
Hey, a nice find here for Vicnin. The item for level 7 is the Magic Wand, so that is really going to help his offensive power.
That is a gigantic find, and the big thing that's going to do, at least that we know now, is it's going to basically mean that you don't have to look for any of the items in any of the other dungeons, just because nothing else is really going to be worth the time to go and take care of.
Yep, that is totally true. So I'm going to give you guys, we're now about 33 minutes in the stream. Here's what we have found so far. We have a magical key and ladder in level 1, the inferior model in level 2, don't know the items in 3 or 4, or 5, because 5 hasn't been discovered yet, red ring in 6, magical wand in 7, the recorder and power bracelet in 8, the bow is the Armos item, and the silver arrows were the ladder coastal item.
The interesting thing that I'm feeling at this point is we've found a lot of different locations. I'm thinking this could have the potential of being item blocked here, either recorder, power bracelet, or raft. Personally, I want to see it recorder block because I love seeing levels underneath the lake, but that's just me.
Very interesting message there. As Rick found the magical sword cave, the old man says, "Where the white sword at?" Well, don't ask us. We don't know.
Vicnin trying to clip into this diamond staircase, and that's not good.
Rick finding a hint shop, and they are very expensive hits. Went to go for the 50 rupee one. That was just a community hint. Going for the 48 one. Goma creeps with the red ring. Unfortunately for him, that's old news. He's going to go ahead and buy the third and final hint. He's got the money to do so. What do we have here? Dig Dogger gazes with the boomerang. Huge hint. Well, not really a huge hint. We just know that the boomerang's in level 5. We don't know where it is, though.
Well, actually, it is a fairly huge hint because now Rick knows as soon as he finds 5, all he has to do is take the Triforce and run.
Yeah, that's a huge hint in terms of that aspect, but unfortunately, we don't know where level 5 is, so he's going to have to continue on searching his way. And again, that raft could still come into play.
I know you're going to find this as a huge surprise here, but level 7, being a troll.
Yep, I'm not really surprised at all. Not having a compass really hurts you. Because, again, 33 rooms, only one of them is going to have the Triforce. Again, knowing your drop rooms is really going to help you out there, because then you could decide which rooms you have to kill all the enemies in and which ones you can just bypass. But yeah, not having the compass, and he opts not to complete level 7 right now. Interesting.
Well, considering he's still on 4 hearts green tunic, and it is a Dark Knight dungeon. Now, Dark Knights are basically the medium level enemy set when it comes to dungeons. I don't disagree with giving it a try and then coming back later, just because there's the potential of being more well equipped when you come back. And speaking of being well equipped, Rick has found another bonus cave.
My goodness, so now he's up to 9 hearts. 1 more heart and he'll be eligible to go for the magical sword. And I think Rick has found level 5.
He has.
But we got some bad news here. We saw some pancakes in the triple bar room, and when there's pancakes, there's whiz robes.
Syrup?
Syrup would be good too. I could go for some pancakes and syrup. Hey, it's from right now where I am. It's 9:30 in the morning. Hey, I'm down for it.
Yeah, and we did find a nice little hint from Rick. So Power Bracelet is going to potentially be required because a feat of strength is going to lead to the white sword.
Ah, yes indeed. So yeah, if he wants to have that white sword, there is a really good chance Power Bracelet would be required. So if he opts not to go for the Power Bracelet, he may have a very interesting level 9 if he's not able to pick up mags.
Yeah, so just to point out, there are 5 locations that require that the feat of strength hint refers to. The first 4, of course, are the Power Bracelet locations scattered throughout Hyrule. The 5th of those is the gravestone over in the graveyard that normally has the location of the magic sword in the vanilla game.
Now, I know Rick has been in that area before previously where vanilla level 6 is, and I want to say he did look behind that gravestone, and I didn't see the white sword there if that's the case, which means, yeah, it looks like white sword's Power Bracelet required.
Rick coming across a 2-headed Gleeok here, opting just to walk behind it because even though it looks like there's something there, Gleeok's body doesn't have a hitbox, so just walk behind and be like, yeah, hey, you're cute.
Hey, just wanted to pet the Gleeok before moving on to this manhandler room and picks up a heart container, but this manhandler does not want to cooperate, but knowing that there's nothing else, he's just going to get out of there. He's got 10 hearts now, so he does have a 20% chance of Magical Sword. But again, yeah, Magical Sword's in the middle of nowhere, and there's a chance he may not go for it until after he's completed all the dungeons.
If he goes forward at all.
That is true. Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Huge drop there in this Brackets River room for Rick getting more bombs.
And he's able to bomb his way south of that Gleeok room and finds some more pancakes.
Vicnin going through the desert got sniped by some levers, so he's going to go back and take the any road to get him back up to the northeast. I like this call because we know there are several dungeons he can explore around here.
Is he going to go ahead and burn Lord Banana? Oh, he's going to pick it up! He's picked up Lord Banana, Rick has!
I love you, Rick! I love you, man! This was worth getting out of bed for now.
Wasn't it, TGE? I'm actually surprised he picked that up at this stage of the game, but I guess he wanted to give you some props. Why not?
And then he's going to find the compass, but immediately get sniped before he can go grab the Triforce.
At least he picked up the compass before getting sniped, so now he knows where he needs to go to get that Triforce. Unfortunately for Rick here, he's going to have to clear the path of orange Wizrobes before he can make his way to the west and very close to that Triforce he needs to get to. Oh, he found a clock, though!
Clock! Vicnin now, because he had bombs, he's now able to go back down the coast to get level 2.
Yep, and picks up the Triforce in level 2, so... Sail not to save the princess. So now we know, and this is old news because we knew where level 5 was anyway, Raft is not required, and the Triforce has been picked up by Rick. That's number 6.
Yeah, so now the only thing Rick has left to find really is level 8.
That's right. I don't think he knows where level 8 is, does he?
I do not believe he does.
Right now, Vicnin is still on level 2 looking for that item, but unfortunately he's going to find that the item in level 2 is not going to be the one he wants. But we'll see. He may pick it up. You never know.
Well, if he picks it up, we all know who I'm going to be rooting for the rest of this match.
Yep, it's a given. Vicnin's back on the coast, but unfortunately, he still has not discovered the coastal item. I'm surprised he's not checked there this deep into the race.
No, he does have those.
Oh, he did get them. Okay.
He did get them. He just wasn't able to bomb around the rest of the coast because he ran out of bombs as he left 7.
Oh, okay. They're not marked on the map, though. Or his indicator, rather.
Well, the bow is also not marked on his indicator.
Now they're marked. All right. Now we've got that all situated.
Oh, you're talking about the one that Jam's marking. I thought you were talking about the one Vicnin was marking.
Yes, Jam's indicator. That's right, because that's the one I'm looking for. Because I've got the 2 races on there, plus I've got Jam's stream up, so I can see his indicators.
So the old man being a little creepy, asking Rick for the how to get to the One Direction concert. Rick's response: "Stab Fred."
that's one way to put it. I guess he's not a fan of One Direction.
And I want to apologize to everybody in the community who sees that hint. That's one of mine.
Ah, interesting. Yeah, I've thrown out some suggestions myself, and I hope to see them someday in a future randomizer version.
Yeah, now, interesting thing to note, because of the way the level 7 is working here, Rick tried bombing his way through to the area of the chin of the demon. Now, because he was unable to do that, Rick now knows that the staircase, when he finds it, should, in theory, lead to those 4 rooms.
And a bonus cave finally has been found by Vicnin and goes ahead and picks up the candle. He did not have the candle before, so now he'll be able to burn those bushes.
45 minutes, almost 46 minutes in, and finally picking up a candle. That's not where you want to be.
Not at all, TG. And he still only has 5 hearts. Does get some more rupees there out of that secret.
Oh, I think he did realize he has the power bracelet, so that's good.
That is not where the white sword is. Now, little does he know that the white sword is going to be behind a power bracelet location. But, yep, he is checking that. It's a good idea. Might as well, because you never know what you're going to find.
Absolutely. Always a good decision to check these things, because here one of those seeds like we had a couple nights ago where there was 3 dungeons under power bracelet blocks.
3 dungeons under power bracelet blocks. Wow, what are the odds of that? Rick trying to finish off these blue dark nuts here. Down to 2 hearts. Needs to be careful here. Now he's down to 1 heart. Finds another heart, though, so that's going to help him out. But, ooh, this final blue Riz robe means business. He is really going to make Rick work. Who is going to win this battle? There's a heart container pickup here for Vicnin. Now he's got 6, so if he finds the white sword, he will be able to pick up white sword. And, yes, indeed, the power bracelet is confirmed required for the white sword, because that bonus cave was behind that gravestone.
Yeah, but that was an unfortunate room for Rick, having to go through all that trouble with the blue darkness just to find a key, something he doesn't actually need.
Ooh, now he's finding the bonus caves as Vicnin, and now he's already up to 7 hearts. He was at 4 just a few minutes ago, so that should help him out for going back to some of these previous dungeons he was in.
Now, you see Rick opting to go to the silver arrows to kill the Zols there. Now, reason being is because Zols technically have 2 hit points. If you stab them with a 1 hit point wooden sword, they're actually just going to split into the gels. Gels don't drop items, Zols do. So by killing them with these silver arrows, it makes it so they're not going to split because you just kill them outright. So they will then have the potential to drop items.
Ooh, this blue Goma does not want to cooperate. He took 3 arrows to the face and no damage. Now he finally gets rid of the blue Goma and can move on.
And the one good thing about how bosses work in this game, even if they are, in random rooms, once you kill a boss, it's dead for good.
Which is huge, because now Rick is in this 4-headed Gliok room, so this should be an interesting fight. No, he's getting out of there for now.
Yeah, absolutely. He still has the potential to bomb either right or go up into the eye of the demon. So I 100% agree with not fighting that unless you absolutely have to. And turns out he doesn't absolutely have to. And gets the hint that he was looking for. Gliok returning near the desert means he now knows when he leaves here, he's just going to go up and find his way to the desert section of Hyrule.
Absolutely. That is huge for Rick. So now he knows where he needs to go to get that final Triforce piece after he gets the one here in level 7.
I do have to show some love for Rick utilizing his holiness to kill that gel.
Yes, indeed, but that gel was pretty resistant to that Lord Banana at first. And now we have the Triforce pickup in the desert room for Rick. That's his 7th piece, so all he has to do is get the one in level 8, and he can make his way towards level 9.
Absolutely, and now he knows where to look. And hey, look at this. Vicnin found the white sword.
That's going to help him. It's going to double his attack power, so yep. We see that the white sword is behind normally where one of the Take Any Roads is in Vanilla Zelda, near that fairy fountain.
So Rick's going to find level 8 when he goes into the open cave here as he's going to enter. And Vicnin now going back into level 7 again.
Yep, with 7 hearts, he'll now have more of a fighting chance to get that Triforce piece.
Absolutely. I 100% agree with going back here because it's... Oh, let me rephrase that. He knows the places he hasn't explored yet in 7, and it's a fairly easy enemy set, so I don't necessarily 100% agree, but I don't disagree with it. Does that make sense?
Absolutely, yep.
Now, the other interesting thing for Rick is he now knows that he can just delve in here and find the Triforce in 8 because he's not going to need any of the other items.
Oh, Rick just got Laysud! He just got Laysud!
The one good thing about getting Laysud there, though, is it's only 2 rooms in. And for those of you who might not know what we're referring to, one of the members of the Zelda community, Laysa Me, it's referred to as getting, if you get wall mastered, it's being Laysud. It's a long story, but it's happened to her quite a few times.
It's happened a few times in this tournament as well, but yep, whenever it happens, we call it being Laysud.
Yeah, interesting note, before the Hand Too Strong emote got the Hand Too Strong name, it actually it was called Laysa. So when she would have it in her chat and anyone would go in and say, "Hi, Laysa," it would be hi and then a picture of a wall master.
Very interesting, yeah. Gotta be careful what you make your emote names on the Franker Face Z, because if you use something that's like the same as a common word or a name, it might not be the best thing.
No, absolutely not. But Vicnin now getting his Triforce out of level 7, so that's going to put him at 4. And now he's going to be able to go figure out the rest of the options that he's going to need. He still needs to get 3, 4, 5, and 6, and he knows where at least 3, 4, and 6 are located.
Rick finds the recorder and opts to pick it up just in case. Plus, the good thing about the recorder is it allows for very fast travel in Hyrule because it will take you to the places that you've already completed.
Yeah, absolutely. Nothing wrong with picking up the recorder there just for the ease of travel.
Rick can't wait to bomb some Dodongos here. He's going to try and time this just perfectly so he can get some extra bombs, and does so successfully. Rick finding that compass, nice find. So he's just a couple of rooms away from that Triforce.
Yeah, and we know, because we've seen it on Vicnin's side already, that the Triforce is going to be pretty easy to get. You can just walk in and take it as long as it doesn't get sniped by the pillars.
Which he doesn't. He's able to get that Triforce. That's his 8th and final Triforce piece. So now he can make his way towards level 9. Now, to keep in mind, he currently has 10 hearts, and he only has a 20% chance of magical sword. So my thinking at this point is he may be just going straight to level 9.
He absolutely is, because level 8's the closest thing he's going to get to level 9. It's literally 3 screens away, up, left, and he's going to be there. So I 100% agree with Rick just going for 9 here. 10 hearts, wood sword. Well, it means we're going to have a 16 stab Ganon kill, but...
However, another thing, he doesn't have the magical wand, and remember, he's going to have to deal with a lot of wizards. So if this level 9 is not kind to Rick, he may be having a lot of fun, if you know what I mean.
Sir, I think you don't think that word means what you think it means.
No, by having a lot of fun, meaning these wizards are not going to treat him well, and he's going to, that's what I mean by having a lot of fun. These wizards are going to say, oh, so you want to go in here with the wooden sword, huh? Well, deal with us now.
Vicnin now has taken the staircase in 6 to get him up to the head of the dragon. We know that's the wrong call for him because we know that the Triforce is in that middle room of the tail down below, and the item is in the room right next to it.
Yes, indeed. So, that's one of those factors in a Zelda randomizer race is getting lucky and making the right turns. And if you make the wrong turns, you're going to lose more time than you needed to. Now, of course, if all 9 very fast, then what I said just now is a moot point.
So as we're sitting here in level 9, there are a couple things to point out. There are 3 hint old men in level 9 in the black robes. Now, they obviously have the potential of having a 50% chance for community hints and a 50% chance for a actual helpful hint. Now, there are 4 potential helpful hints you can get from the old men. One of them is the location of the kidnapped, who in this case is going to be Zelda. One of them is the general location of the beast, which in this case is Ganon. One of them will tell you if the silver arrows are in 9 or if they are elsewhere. And the final one will tell you the enemy group that's going to be guarding the compass.
Yeah, those are huge hints that they're going to be wanting to find. We have not found any yet, so we'll see if they come into play, or if it's just one of those trolley level 9s where all it's going to be is nothing but community hints. We'll be on the lookout for that. There's a 5 rupee for him. Might as well take it because you can never have too many rupees for your silver arrow ammunition.
And considering Rick only has wood sword, silver arrows are going to be a huge thing for him here to kill likes and fires.
Looks like Ganon's having a pancake party in his own room, and he found Ganon right below his room.
Now the fun is going to be because we have got 16 stabs coming.
And he's in the double river room, which is not the best room to do a stun lock in, but he's got a stun lock here, a couple hits at least. He's got 4 hits. He's got to watch out that he doesn't get Hyrule Driver. And again, he has no potion. There's 6 hits, but he just took another Hyrule Driver. He's down to 4 hearts. He still needs 10 more hits. 7 hits. There's 8 hits. He's halfway home. There's 9 hits. Another Hyrule Driver. He's down to 2.5 hearts. There's 10 hits. There's 11, 12, 13, 14. Almost! He's got 2 more hits left and 1.5 hearts left. This is going to be close. There it is! He has defeated Ganon.
That fight was intense.
Yes, it was.
And now what we're looking for is we're going to be looking for a shuttered door that's going to open with enemies being still in the room. Now, the interesting thing, of course, is going to be it's only going to be 1 shutter door. If he enters a room and there are 2 shutter doors, that cannot possibly lead to Zelda. It's only going to be a room with 1 shutter door.
Unfortunately, there was a community hint behind Ganon's room, so that one of the potential hints that he could have found perhaps where Zelda is now out of play. And a second one is now out of play. He finds another hint room, another community hint. This could be interesting. Zelda is a hide-and-seek champion for a reason, TGE.
Yeah, well, she has all this time to kill because Ganon kidnapped her, but he gave her free run of the office here in the Skull. So Zelda's had all this time to plan and have a little fun.
Absolutely. It wouldn't be any fun if Zelda was just next to Ganon's room in this massive level 9. It wouldn't be fun. You gotta have it to be fun.
Now, big thing to take a look at here. Take a look at that bomb count on Rick's side. 0.
That is not a good place to be because there's a really good chance he's going to be bomb blocked if he wants to get anywhere in this dungeon. Oh, out of the frying pan and into the fire. He finds a diamond staircase surrounded by whiz robes.
Yeah. Vicnin has found the compass, and he looks like he's going to be going for the wand white sword trick. But he's going to have to be careful as well because he's only got 1 heart. So if I'm Vicnin right now, because you know what the Gliok is, I up A and just refill my get to 3 hearts and try and kill that Gliok. Because that's what I'd be doing. He's opting to just nope out of the way, though. So interesting.
Very interesting indeed. I'm surprised he wouldn't up an A there to get some hearts back. I think he's going to go back until level 6.
Yeah, there we go. Finally realizing what he could do there to give himself a little bit more health. Now, again, the ironic part about this for Vicnin is, there he goes. If he just goes over 1 more room, he would have access to the staircase room, which is going to give him the red ring.
Yep, that would be a huge find. But first, he's got to make sure he doesn't get Laced here in this Wallmaster room. He's got to defeat them all first before he can use that block. There you go, Vicnin. He's going to push that block, and he's going to be happy to discover the good news, the all-important red ring.
Oh, did you see the reaction? They got a gigantic fist pump as the red ring was found.
I sure did see that, TGE. Yep, he's quite happy about that.
Yeah. Big old smile on his face now.
So now back on Rick's side, he's now discovered the northeastern section of level 9, trying to exhaust all of his options before he goes for getting some bombs. He finds some lucky bombs here in that drop room.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's the thing. There are rooms that drop bombs in 9. So if you are in a situation like Rick is finding himself in, where he had no bombs, I don't agree with going out and trying to farm for bombs unless you have an easy spot to do it right outside 9.
Oh, he just got bodied by those whiz robes, and now Vicnin has picked up the Triforce in level 6. That will give him 5 pieces.
Triangles. Now, the good part for Vicnin here is that level 4's Triforce is right out in the open. So he can just, walk in, grab the Triforce, and leave, because he also has most of the items that he is going to need. He's got the red ring, he's got the ladder, he's got the bow, the silver arrows. He also has both the recorder and the power bracelet. So at this point, the only thing that could be potentially stopping him, at least in his mind, is the Wrath. But we know he's not going to need it. So just grabbing the Triforce and running here, probably a good idea.
Yep, that's his 6th Triforce piece, so that was a good level 4 for him, so he'll just go on to the next level. He needs to go to level 3, which is right next door to level 4, but unfortunately, it doesn't look like he's got the big skill to do the clips, the screen scrolls. So he's just going to take the normal way to get to level 3, and he'll get that Triforce piece and get out of there. Oh, on Rick's side, though, Wizro's continuing to give him some problems.
Wizro, that was a Patra being mad for all the times that we have all gone through level 9 and just mercilessly killed Patras with 0 remorse.
Well, that was a Patra that got him. Ah, okay. Because I saw he was in a room of Wizrobes right before that.
Yep. So now, Vicnin's going to have a whole lot of an easier time here going through level 3 because he does have Red Ring, White Sword. Definitely a much better time to approach dealing with Wizrobes, especially considering you have to kill this room of Wizrobes to progress any farther throughout the dungeon.
Yeah, it's never fun that you have to kill Wizrobes to either progress through the dungeon or to get the all-important item or Triforce. We're going to check out what's behind Reverse C. It's another passageway to another part of the dungeon. Who knows? Maybe that's where Zelda is. Now, on the far western side, where a Patra awaits. The door is automatically open! Rick has found Zelda, but the pancakes want to stop him first before he can get there. Gonna have some pancakes with syrup. He gets through that room, and now he has found Zelda. That is gonna be the race, folks. Rick is your winner. He is gonna move on to the next round in the bonus bracket. Congratulations.
And that was impressive considering that was a wood sword level 9. So anytime you can see a wood sword level 9, that is a gigantic accomplishment because it's 9 hits for Blue Wizrobe, 16 hits for Ganon. I don't even know how many hits for Patra. It's just a freaking lot.
Yep, so yeah, very impressive. Considering he had a wooden sword, that was a really fast level 9 for Rick. So gotta give it to him. He played well.
Yeah, the ease in which items were found in this seed too. Bow being the Armos item, Silver Arrows being the Coast item, Ladder and Magical Key being in 1.
Yeah, definitely for sure. The only reason why this was not a sub-hour seed was the fact that we had a Trolley White Sword. You needed the Power Bracelet to get there, and that the fact that the Magical Sword was way out in the boonies in Death Mountain near the grave.
Yeah, absolutely. And considering Rick, the last level Rick found was 8, which held the Power Bracelet. And at that point, he just like, I'm just going to go in, grab the Triforce, and run. Yeah, there's no way he was getting that. Although, of note, the White Sword was 1 screen to the left of level 8s.
That is true. Obviously, he didn't know that, but yeah, the White Sword was indeed right there next to level 8, where one of the normal Take Any Roads is, where the Fairy Fountain is. But yeah, again, he didn't know that, so... But it's a moot point. He has won the race, so we'll have an interview with him in just a moment.
And the hunt for shiny triangles continues for Vicnin. And you can't be too happy with having to go through all of these Wizrobes, but because we knew it already, the Triforce was just standing out in the middle of level 3.
Yeah, Vicnic's going to try and finish up the seed. It looks like he's in good shape to do so. He just has one more Triforce piece to find in level 5.
But that is the kicker because he doesn't know where 5 is.
Yep, and we know that level 5 is in the Deadwoods. And we have AdirondackRick here in the commentator's booth. Rick, congratulations. That was a well-played seed for you and a very difficult level 9 with Wooden Sword, but you made that look easy. How did that feel that you knew you had to go to level 9 with just a Wooden Sword and no potion?
The potion part was kind of iffy, but, you know, I've done level 9 with Wood Sword before. Having the red ring definitely helped. Having 10 helps. 10 hearts definitely helped as well.
Very nice Ganon fight there. It was a battle of attrition. Could have went either way. You pulled off the perseverance, and Zelda didn't do the best of job playing hide and seek, because normally she does, but you made quick work out of level 9, so congratulations. That was a well-played seed for you.
You know, my decision there was, okay, that route didn't work. Oh, damn you, Patra. Okay, that route's not going to work. Okay, that reverse C, that's very interesting. Let's take it.
Yeah, reverse C is been a winning staircase in a lot of these seasons, and in your case it proved to be a winning staircase for you. So what do you think of this seed, given that the Armos item was the bow and the Coastal Ladder item was the Silver Arrows? What were you thinking when you saw that both of those items are just right there?
Well, once I got that ladder in 1 and then found, oh, the Silver Arrows on the coast, oh, the bows on the Armos item, I'm like, okay, I don't really need to be searching too much for items in dungeons anymore.
Now, if you were just out of curiosity, the White Sword was Power Bracelet required, and it was where one of the Take Any Roads is, right below the Fairy Fountain, near where level 8 was. In fact, it was the screen next to level 8 on the left.
Yeah, I got that hint in level 5, and I'm like, okay, I'm not backtracking through dungeons to get the Power Bracelet. If it comes my way, it comes my way, but I'm not going to be digging through dungeons to find the Power Bracelet. Like I said, I've done Wood Sword before in 9. I've got the red ring. Let's do it.
Yep, and then the experience definitely paid off for you, Rick, because, again, you made quick work of level 9, even with that wooden sword. So if you're wondering, the Power Bracelet was in level 8. It was the second item.
By the time I get to level 8, like I said, now I know the raft isn't required because I got the sail knot too. I've got the idea now. The power bracelet's not required for anything else. I'm just hunting for the Triforce.
Yep, and I don't blame it. That is the proper strategy to go. Again, congratulations, a well-played race. TG, you got any questions for Rick?
I have the one main one. You found level 5 really, really late, Rick, but opted to pick up Lord Banana. Is there a reason for that?
Because of you, sir.
Well, thank you very much.
You know, I had to make up for burning the Lord Banana before, so I'm like, okay, I know because I got the hint. I purchased one of the hints, I believe, that said that it was in 5, the Dig Dogger Gazes with the boomerang. So I'm like, okay, there's the item room. You know, I'm very comfortable at this point. I'm pretty much, still only in the 40-minute range here. I might as well pick it up. And you saw I use it a little bit.
I did.
Rick, I had a little bit of a blooper there when you discovered that the Lord Banana was where the Dig Dog was at. I'm like, oh, that's a huge hit for Rick. I'm like, no, it's not. That doesn't tell us where level 5 is.
Yeah, that's pretty much why I was starting to buy the hints at that point. Okay, if I turn out to be power bracelet blocked, if I turn out to be wrap blocked, where are they? That's what I was looking. That's why I bought those hints up on Death Mountain, because I knew I'm not returning up there. There's no dungeons up there. That magical sword's going to just stay up there.
Yes, indeed. And right now, Vicnin's only got 8 hearts, so obviously we don't know what the requirement would have been. But yeah, your strategy, again, was the right strategy. It worked out for you. Again, congratulations. You're moving on to the next round, and you're going to be facing off against, I believe, the winner of the Cantaloupe Meat Putts 12 race. So give us your thoughts about who your opponent might be and what you might be looking forward to in your next race.
It's going to be an interesting opponent either way. My goodness, either Putts or Fap. You know,
swearing.
Lots of swearing on either end, and in fact, Fap has warned that if it's him versus me, that it could possibly be a winner escapes having to play a difficult game type of wager.
Ooh, one of those. We have seen that already for some of the players, some wagers.
Yeah, so I don't know who I'm rooting for in that match. I think either one's going to be a very good opponent. I mean, Fab's got a lot of experience, you know, one of the best up and A players, so it's going to be a difficult match, whoever I have to face.
I just want to, real quick, Vicnin now getting the final Triforce he needs out of level 5, but I do not believe he knows where level 9 is yet.
And he does not have the letter either, so he can't buy any potions unless he finds another bonus cave where he can pick up the potion. And was he going to pick up the potion or the heart container? Oh, he's going to pick up the heart container. Interesting move considering he doesn't have the letter. I'd have picked up the potion there, TGE.
I would have definitely agreed because the heart container is only going to give you 1 extra hit, whereas the potion there is going to give you basically another, 16 extra hits because at 8 hearts is going to refill your health twice.
Absolutely. Yeah, he does not know the location of level 9. You're right about that. So he's going to try the recorder area first, but there's nothing but a shop there.
And
he's going to go ahead and pick up the magical
I actually
shield.
like that buy there because there's nothing else he needs to spend his rupees on quite yet because he doesn't have the letter. So giving himself immunity to Wizrobe beams, I'm a fan of that move.
Yep, good call. I agree with you there, TGE. Of course, he has to be careful that it doesn't get eaten up by likes, because if he gets eaten up by likes, and considering he only has white sword, if that happens, he's going to lose that shield.
Now, the one good thing for Vicnin is he is, of course, moving down towards level 9 because it's out in the burnable bush to the northeast of level 1.
He's also going to buy the bait just in case.
Again, not a bad option, all things considered. The only part now he has to worry about is his rupee count. But he then immediately is going to find a secret, so that's, again, another mildly moot point.
Yep. It is a small secret, so that will give him 18 more rupees. He's got 20, and yep, he's just a few screens away where he needs to be.
That's the other benefit of the magic shield you saw there. It also makes you immune to the Lionel's beam sword. So, considering how much Lionel's hurt, that's good.
Yeah, plus the Zola's Fireball also deflects that too. So, yep, really good pickup. And now he's right there. Is he going to burn? Yep, he has found level 9, so he's now on his way. And stick around, because after this race, we're going to have the M-Pain Train Myriad Chain race. That's going to be right here. I'm sorry, Myriad Chan, not Myriad Chain. It rhymes with train, though, so I guess that's why I said it. M-Pain Train and Myriad Chan race coming up next on this Jam Eviler channel. That's going to be at noon Eastern.
You're just back in the chain game.
That's for sure, Rick. Yeah, this is a good race indeed. So what we have is, with the White Sword, he's going to have an easier time disposing of these Wizrobes and likes. And he will only need to get 8 hits on Ganon to defeat him.
I'll tell you what, getting 16 hits on Ganon is really, really difficult, especially if you can't stun lock him.
And you didn't have the easiest rooms. You had the double river room, and it's not the best room to do a stun lock on Ganon. Oh, he's going to be right there. He's found where Ganon is going to be. Remember, he's below Ganon's normal room where those pancakes are.
And now, let the fight begin.
Yep, he's got 6 hearts. And
Look at that stun
hits.
lock from Vicnin.
Ooh.
That was crazy!
That was a really good fight there from Vicnin. Wow, make quick work of Ganon. Wow, that was a great, great fight.
That was a flawless victory!
I must say, I'm impressed about that fight. Especially in that double river room. That was really, really good. I gotta give him credit for that. So all he's got to do now is find Zelda, and again, to get to Zelda, he needs to find that reverse C staircase, and he can finish this race with a pretty good time himself.
Of course, now the fun part is going to be everybody's favorite secondary hobby in Hyrule, patricide.
Yes, indeed. What would be the first favorite hobby of Hyrule, TG?
Hide and seek.
Ah, yes. I was just about to say it better be hide and seek.
I'm just curious where Gomicide ranks in their TG.
Gomicide's one of those, it's hit or miss.
That's not fair.
Why? You didn't like that one?
Ooh, nice fairy pickup there from that Goma. That'll give him 7 hearts to explore the rest of this level 9. Again, he needs to find reverse C to get to the Zelda.
But right now, he's locked in a dark room with nothing but a Patra in his wits. Who's going to win? Oh, whoa, hold on. I didn't see that, but now I do. What is that blue monstrosity he's got sitting on his B button right now? What is that?
Oh, he must have picked up the inferior model in level 2. I didn't see him get it. right now Vicnin having to deal with all these Wizrobes, and it's never fun to deal with Wizrobes, but it's like 10 times worse that you have to deal with Wizrobes with bubbles in the room.
Worst part is the fireballs as well, because you have to dodge Wizrobe beams, bubbles, and fireballs. Never a fun combination.
Yeah, so that makes it another 10 times worse. We're talking about 100 times worse with both those bubbles and those fireballs. So yeah, this is not a fun room to be in at all. He's only got 2 more left to deal with, though. Let's see if he can tackle this room. 1 more left.
But that is a huge find in that room, the compass. So now he knows where Zelda's located. He just has to figure out how to get there.
Absolutely huge pickup there for Vicnin. Vicnin carefully checking his map. But knows, and he must have already tried to bomb from the left. There's Zelda's normal room, and now he's shuttered in, but luckily it's a fairly easy set of enemies to deal with these couple of pancakes and gels, or Zols rather, that turn into gels, which won't turn into gels. He's got that white sword. Nice clock pickup, though.
Yeah, the big thing is he didn't bomb the left there because he's got a 0 by his bomb total.
That is never a good place to be in level 9. But again, well, now he's in reverse C. If he just takes the stairway, oh, he doesn't.
I mean, I don't disagree with not doing that right now because there's potential to find an easier staircase if you go this way. And let's be honest, fighting Wizrobes, we don't want to do that if we don't have to.
That is true. Yeah, it's always got to be Wizrobes. In fact, I remember the race with Skybills and Error 72. Skybills was in that reverse C where the silver arrows were, and yeah, she had to defeat Wizrobes to get to there too. So it seems like everything super guarded is guarded by Wizrobes. I mean, that's just the nature of the randomizer.
Yeah, or you could have the seed that we had the other night where it was all 5 Patras between Ganon and Zelda.
That was a fun one for us. I got a kick out of that.
Vicnin getting a bomb drop there from that fairly easy to kill room, and that is a huge find because now he does have the potential, of course, to bomb his way to other locations. Of course, the problem is the location you need to bomb to are all the way underneath the L under his mini-map.
Trying to do the block clip, and the Wizrobes are saying, no way. Ooh, but gets there that time. But he's down to a heart and a half. Got to be careful here. Ooh, and just got bodied by those Wizrobes at the spiral staircase. That is not a pleasant room to have a bunch of Wizrobes in.
Is there a pleasant room to have a bunch of Wizrobes in?
No, but that's one of the worst ones you could have.
Yeah, especially when they get a cheap shot on you the very, very second you walk into it.
Well, I know everything about cheap shots in video games. Yeah, that's never fun. Again, not trying to take out those Wizrobes in that room. Nope, that's a dead end. He's just going to go back. Let's see if he tries to take out the Wizrobes here and takes the reverse C. No.
Again, it's interesting because, again, we know what he has to do, but I don't disagree with not wanting to deal with Wizrobes unless you absolutely have to.
Yeah, that is a good point. That is a good point. It's hard for us commentators to say, "Oh, you're doing the wrong thing," because yeah, I definitely agree with what you're saying.
Clock.
Very nice. A timely clock drop in this orange Wizrobe room and get some bombs in the process as well. Yeah, Karakarn talking about red bubbles. That only, of course, applies in the second quest. Now, I'm going to explain what that is. If you hit a red bubble, one that's not flashing different colors like the normal bubbles do, if you hit a red bubble, you can't unsheath your sword at all until you hit a blue bubble. Blue bubble is what reverses the effects of a red bubble.
In addition to that, also grabbing the Triforce will also reset the effects of a red bubble, and going to a fairy fountain.
Yeah, that I didn't know because I've actually never tried it. I've played second quest a few times here and there, and yeah, I hate those red bubbles. They're the worst.
I've seen second quest played a couple times. Does that count?
Sure, why not? Unfortunately, discovering the bad news, he can't bomb his way to the left there where he could have gotten to Zelda. And he can't bomb his way to the left there because that actually is Zelda's room, and you can't bomb your way to Zelda's room. You can only get to Zelda's room via shutter.
So now he's coming to the realization that he is going to have to find himself a magic little staircase.
Yep. Never fun to do that. Never fun to do that. He's left level 9. I wonder what he's going to be thinking here.
I would say going back to the fairy fountain because he's like 3 screens away.
Yeah, that's a good call at this point. You might as well refill your health. And again, you don't have the letter, so you can't buy a potion. He doesn't have enough money to buy a potion anyway. And speaking of potions, Rick had the letter, but we never actually found out what the price of potions were, so that's a mystery that's going to remain unsolved for this particular seed.
I'm going to go with the answer of too expensive.
Good answer, TGE. Good answer. Show me too expensive. Ding!
Was that? Did we just go Family Feud here?
We sure did, TGE. Alright, so Vicnin did refill his health, so now he's got the full 9 hearts. He may try and tackle this Wizrobe room here, and that's exactly what he's doing. Good move.
I do want to point out real quick, as he first entered the room, he opted to wait till those 2 orange Wizrobes fired beams at him, collect them. That was a great call, actually, there, to not take damage from either one of them.
Yeah, I like that move. I mean, why take damage when you could just stay behind that door and avoid those beams? Just one blue Wizrobe to go. He's going to take that staircase, and now he's going to find where he needs to be.
And a big smile on Vicnin's face. He appears and chuckling all the way as he just has to get through these this Wizrobe room here in the diagonal block room. And that is going to be it for this race.
Yep, no problems with the pancakes for Vicnin. He gets through it. He has found Zelda, so he finishes his race with a time a little bit below 89 minutes.
And, all things considered, with how crazy at the beginning of the seed was for Vicnin, with being on 4 hearts with sword for a while, that's a decent time.
Hello.
Hey, Vicnin, good race for you. You finished with a time of 89 minutes and 1 second. Tell us about this seed. It looked like you got off to a rough start because hearts and not having any defense were a factor, because you had some troubles with level 6. Go over this seed with us. What do you think about it?
I think the main difficulty, like you said, it was I don't have many hearts during the game, so I was searching for them, and my main difficulties was I didn't find the candle yet. So no candle, no heart. It was a bit difficult to deal with Gleeok, so that was my problem. I wanted to finish Gleeok because I know he got the Triforce. He had the Triforce.
Right.
And I stayed.
Yeah, it actually took a long time for Rick to find his first candle as well, but the advantage that Rick had on you was he found Red Ring extremely quickly, which was, of course, in level 6.
Yeah. Yeah, he didn't find it, or he found it?
Yeah,
He found it?
Yeah, he had found it quite fast.
That was good for him, so...
Yeah, I went north, and then I'm like, no. Okay, let's check the southeast corner just to be on the safe side. Ooh, four-headed Gleeok, no thank you. Ooh, red ring. Maybe I'll take care of that four-headed Gleeok now.
Actually, it was the way I fought Gleeok too, because I have 3 hearts. I don't have it. Goodbye. I found the red ring. I think yes, and I think okay, I'm gonna beat you too. And so, good. GG to you, Iron. So.
Same to you, sir. Same to you. Good game.
Yeah.
What do you think about the crazy set that the fact that the bow and the silver arrows were right outside of Hyrule as the Armos and Coastal Ladder items?
I love. When I found it, I was okay. I have the bow. I buy the arrows, so I'm gonna go to kill Kama. And when I found the silver arrow on the coast, I was like, damn, why did I do that? Why did I lose time? But it was quite fun to find the silver arrow on the coast. I love.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, you had a really good Ganon fight there, and that's not the easiest room in the world to do the stun lock on, the double river room, so I gotta give you props for that. You played the Ganon fight exceptionally well in this seed.
I was surprised too. Thanks to Panov who teach me how to do that, and yeah, thanks to Panov because he was my teacher. And yeah. It wasn't so bad, and I think it's a PB for me either. I'm gonna check for my randomizer if it's my PB.
Yeah, you definitely made some good progress in the seed. Yeah, you had a really, really good race. Again, unfortunately, this was your second loss of the tournament. So what kind of experience are you gonna take back in terms of if you think about maybe joining the Zelda Randomizer tournament again if we do hold another one?
I'll do if I have to. If another tournament take place, I will go to this tournament with pleasure. I think
that's the spirit to have there, Vicnin, and we do look forward to seeing you back in another tournament. Again, congratulations on a really good race. Again, Rick, congratulations on your victory. You are moving on to the next round. TGE, got any other questions for either of these players?
I do not. You covered basically everything.
I just got one for Vicnin. What do you think was the toughest part about this seed?
It was my fault. The toughest part was I didn't have so much heart, so it was bad for me because in the first dungeon, I don't know which one, I found the wizard and I thought, okay, it will be bad. Let's find the red ring, and the thing was the main difficulty was, like I said, the heart and the candle. That's all.
For me, it was, okay, where's level 8? Because that was the last one I found. And I'm getting nervous now that I actually have to backtrack into another dungeon. And then I got the hint. Gleeok returns by the desert. Okay, I've got 3 chances before I have to get the power bracelet.
Yeah, all of the free caves are kind of bunched in the area, and it took a long time for either of you to discover your first one. But once you found a free cave, you just kept finding free cave after free cave after free cave, and that's what helped both of you out.
That's right.
Great run there, Vicnin.
Thanks. It was really tough, so thank you. I didn't know which talk. I don't see. Would it talk and congrats me?
Very good. Yep. Again, very good race to the both of you. Congratulations, a well-played race. You both played extremely well, and thank you very much both for your time here in the commentators booth. I appreciate it, and you two have a great rest of your day.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Bonsoir.
Bonsoir. Et bonne journée.